Everybody, Dean Young, Home Tech. The Sabbath. Hope everybody's enjoying this day. On my way back from picking up a Radon in Durham. Pretty good ride, not too bad. For some reason, GPS took me on 4085 there, and on the way back, it brought me on the back roads through 421 and New Salem Road, so I'm not sure what that's all about. So anyway, I asked a question earlier about Opendoor. I read an article about an 18th month suspension. And then it said that the suspension was then stayed, or stay, whatever. And I'm illiterate to that, meaning I've never heard that term or that word used in that context. So I'm thinking that it's something to do with real estate. The word stayed, stay. The only time I've really heard that word is if you're referring to, I'm going to stay in a resort on my vacation, or I'm going to stay at a resort on my vacation, or I stayed, either way. So I've never heard the word stay or stayed in the context of a suspension. I'm guessing that means it was lifted, which that seems kind of weird to me. The word stay would be like here, now, stay put, don't move. I don't know. But anyway, we have inspected a lot of homes that are Opendoor homes, and it's almost as bad as inspecting a foreclosure, to be honest. And from my understanding, from speaking with a lot of the agents, buyer's agents, that the majority of the time, what Opendoor does is give you allowance for repairs, that they don't do any repairs. That's just what I've been hearing. I don't know. But either way, there's been several examples used as to why there was a suspension, whether it was lifted or not, which makes no sense to have a suspension on a certain date. Was it March the 10th of this year, and then at the same time it was stayed, whatever that stupid word means, the same day, I guess, releasing it? Makes really no sense. Why even bother, honestly? Big companies, corporations like that need to be held accountable. You've got a lot of hard working agents in this market here that I'm in, or the markets, Triangle, Triad, Canopy, so forth, that work very, very, very hard. And I know for a fact, if they've done anything in any of those examples, I'm sure that the real estate commission would come at them hard and would not be staying or whatever, removing their reprimand or suspension or whatever they would see fit. I don't know, but I can almost guarantee it. But I'm thinking that being that Opendoor is a big corporation, that they got a little smack on the wrist A little talking to, don't do that no more. We're watching you. Yeah, I don't believe in that mess, man. I think people should be accountable for their actions. I do believe in second chances, depending on the circumstance. Not everybody deserves a second chance, because sometimes you can really do something so bad that it just leaves a permanent scar. And people say time heals all wounds. That is not a fact. That is not a fact. Especially if you lose a loved one, or a mother or a father, sister, brother, family member, pet, whatever. That scar is there. It's going to always be there. So I don't believe that time heals all wounds stuff. I don't believe it at all. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Had a friend send that to me, and I read through it and some of the things, and you know how they listed some things that were not as they said they were. You know, I done a video. Was it last year? I'd have to look through my things here, but I know some of you guys that follow me pretty hard may remember where I was at an inspection, and the agent mentioned something about there were new bamboo floors put in. New bamboo wood, some type of really expensive bamboo floor installed at the property, and he wanted to ask me about it. I was like, sure. So when I arrived and start I generally walk through and kind of get an idea of the property I'm going to be looking at or inspecting. And just walking on the floor, I knew that it was not a bamboo wood floor. I just knew it. So what I done was, thank God that the HVAC was in the crawl. Raised an air vent, which is a pretty typical thing to do once you want to confirm the type of flooring. So I went over there, and I did have my video camera, and I did put this on Facebook. They had a glue down. I don't think it was really LVT, because it was a little too flexible and flimsy. It was more like a strip type glue down that resembled bamboo. It was not real bamboo. And then I believe I showed the listing on my Facebook thing. It said new bamboo wood flooring throughout, or something like that. But anyway, it wasn't what it said it was. And I don't know if that listing or the listing agent or whoever got reprimanded. I have no idea. But I see stuff like that all the time as a home inspector, because we are required to report styles. Turn my van off. We are required to report styles and materials during our inspections. We're talking exterior cladding, foundation type, shingle type, substructure type. That goes for the roof and the attic. Plumbing material type, distribution, drain. If there's columns, not columns, just about everything. All the main components of a house, other than like, are they vinyl windows or are they wood windows? No, not that. That's not in our SOP. But there's a water heater. Is it electric? Is it gas? Is there an HVAC system? Okay. Is it oil? Is it gas? Is it hydronic? What type of system is it? Those type of things. So there's a lot of things that when we have that in a report, an agent will come to me and say, no, that's got vinyl siding on it. And I'm like, no, that was aluminum siding. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So then they'll go back out there and they'll look, and they'll be like, oh my God, that is aluminum siding and it says vinyl. So there's just a lot of things that may come up like that. Just, yeah, I mean, you can't go by what's online, but when you pull up the MLS and you see it on the sheet, yeah, that's what it says, and no, that's not what it is. And again, I see that quite a bit. But anyway, it's Saturday, later on in the day here, and didn't get to sand my building. I got up, slept in with the dogs, and then this Bojangles in Randleman is still not. They're still working on the remodel. So I had to drive to Asheboro, and I got Kayla and I some breakfast, and came back home, and done some stuff, and then by that time I had to head out to Durham. I think it was a little over an hour ride. I think an hour and 10 minutes. Highway traffic was okay. I'd rather take the back roads. I'm glad that it brought me back that way, 421. It's a lot easier. Time goes by a lot quicker to me instead of being on that crazy highway when you're in the left lane going 80, people on your rear end flashing their lights, thinking that just because they're in that lane that they can go as fast as they want because they're trying to pass cars, even though the speed limit says 70. I don't know. I'm not going to get on that rant. But anyway, and no, I'm not. What is it people say you're doing because they start using the word? You're impeding traffic. You're impeding traffic. Okay, me going 80 and 85 in the left lane is not impeding traffic. Why do you need to go over 80, 85, you know? I don't do it all the time, but, you know, sometimes I do just to get away from people to get around, but people are still riding your rear end to where you can't even, you just feel like, gosh, people just, you know, leave me alone, you know? You ride over here in the far right lane and people on your rear end. It's like wherever you are, no matter how fast you're going, people are always going to be riding on your rear end like they want to push you up the road. And it's just so damn aggravating the way people drive. It's just, everybody's got a place to go. It's not just you. You're not the only one that has to get there, you know? We all have to arrive to our destination safely, you know, and with respect. There's no need to drive by somebody and flip by and shoot them the rod, or drive by and look at them like they're stupid, you know. There's all kinds of situations, you know. There's reasons why people want to drive slower. They want to be safe. They're not in a race. They want to save on gas. There's just all kinds of things. But some people act like that you're in their way and it's their highway and you need to move. You don't know how to drive, whatever. But anyway, okay, done with that. 336 998185 HomeTechandC.com. Again, 336 998185 HomeTechandC.com. We got our ISN going, and we're going to be shooting over 260 some emails to agents that we're currently working with out. Get you guys set up in your own little thing there, and with your little bio and stuff, you'll be able to schedule your inspections from an app. And yeah, the client, the buyer client, or the seller client, if they're doing a pre-listing, will no longer have to worry about a username and password. That's going to be gone. They're just going to be given an HTML link. They're going to go and they're going to look at their report and they're going to be happy. They ain't got to deal with that mess. And what else? And once they view HTML, I believe they can turn it into a PDF. I believe. If not, let me know, and we can send a PDF as well. We could actually do both. Sending it as PDF takes a little bit more work to do. Just copying that HTML, popping it in, shooting out the email. It's a lot quicker, and it gives you a better HTML is a lot better version, I think, but more interactive, I guess. But anyway, guys, again, 336-99-8185, HomeTechandC.com. Again, 336-99-8185, HomeTechandC.com.